guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'll show you an after the pen so far in my March 2021 A5 half year Stalogy for work. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done a video in here. I've just been setting up on a weekly basis and not filming it. You guys know that if I don't have the motivation to film, then I won't, just because it conveys in the video, and I'd hate that for you guys. So let's just flip to March. You guys know this is my A5 Stalogy. I do work in a community college, and so I've been using this since October. I had other things before this, where I'm tracking some of my work tasks, and I'm really enjoying it. In fact, I'm looking forward to starting a new one come July. And I need to finish that. So I and many of you feel that it should be seriously. So I did put the background on, but I didn't fill it in with pen. And it definitely has been a very spendy month for me. So, you know, I'm doing my part for America. You know, we've got to stimulate that economy somehow. At least that's what I'm telling myself. And so this is the first monthly overview. You guys know I've been loving Claudia's printables from Naked Grids. It is linked below. I have not done an Itaki video yet this month, and it really just depends, because I am in the office 3 days a week. I only Itaki at the office, but depending on how I need to cover the counter, or if I've got other projects after lunch that are due, it makes it really hard for me to do Itaki. And then if the cafeteria is making something yummy or something that I'm curious about, well, yeah, I'm gonna spend the $5. So that is blank so far. There are still 5 more opportunities for me, because there's 5 more working days in the office for this month. So we'll see how that goes. This Friday, I'm currently filming Sunday the 21st. This Friday the 26th is a holiday here in Hawaii. At least it's a state holiday, and so I do have that day off, and so I will be in the office Tuesday through Thursday and then working from home tomorrow. I was able to finish these goals right here, and then this one I'll actually start probably this final week, start making lists for that. Those are the just overall deadlines for this month. And again, I love her printables because they're just really functional for me. So this week and this week, you guys have seen, oh no, you saw me do the setup for this, but I remember I don't think I've told you what the quote is. So for the second week of March, the quote is, "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven because they wouldn't let you in because you're terrible?" And I'm not gonna lie, that made me laugh all week, because I'm like, are you talking to me? You can't be talking to me. I'm amazing. But that's the kind of quotes that I need. Don't give me the inspirational ones, or the "you can do it," or "go girl," or yeah, no, don't tell me that. Give me this kind of stuff that makes me smile, especially when I'm in the middle of some sort of mental or emotional crisis. I don't need any of that. This is what I need. I did add these dots. This, I want to say, is from the Glam Girl sticker book. But I think it definitely took away some of that white space, and I think it looks really good. This is the week that just finished, and the quote for this week was, "Ever get pre-annoyed, like when you already know that someone is about to piss you off, so you just get a head start?" Yeah, I've been kind of annoyed this entire week. In fact, it's sort of a spillover to the end of last week, or the second week spilled over into here, and there's no reason that I should be annoyed. There's nothing going on in my life that is annoying me. I'm feeling out of sorts, and I'm equating it to being annoyed, and I'm annoyed that I'm annoyed, and that just was the perfect quote. Because yeah, I was getting pre-annoyed for no reason. But it was a very busy week, got a lot of things done. It was also a very rough week for me. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and check out my After the Pen for my daily Happy Nietzsche, where I kind of touch on that. But, you know, week is over, we're going into a new week. And then I already actually set up the final week. Lately, I've been just wanting to play and not have to worry about matching up what I'm doing with my words. And sometimes that's been a struggle for me. And especially when I'm having either those, I'm annoyed for no reason, I'm feeling mentally or emotionally or just physically vulnerable, or I'm in a mood. I don't want that to convey in a video. And so I do what needs to be done, and then I can do something like this where I'm in a good frame of mind where I can just talk about things. And so that's how I've set it up. Again, I've been using that sticker sheet when I finish, because this is going to be for the last week of March. I will finish out that sticker sheet. I don't know that I would use any of these Cartabella sticker sheets again, and not so much because of the decorative element, because, you know, you can work a sticker into any kind of spread, but because they're so thick, it just makes it hard to turn the page. Fortunately, I've been putting all of the weekly planning or completed task lists on this side of the page, so there's nothing behind it, so there's nothing that I would have to worry about writing on. But that's not usually how I do things. I usually kind of flip things around, and so it can be on any of the sides of the pages. This month I couldn't do that because there would be so much ridging, because these are just such a thick sticker, and that would bother me. The whiteout that you can see, that things aren't perfectly lined up, that doesn't bother me at all. Having my pen kind of skip because there's a thick sticker underneath and it ridges, that would absolutely bother me. But I do like the look of it, and I can't remember who mentioned it, but I didn't even realize that this, well, I mean, I realized the paper was green, but that it fit in for the whole St. Patrick's month. And so I kind of like that as well. As you guys know, or may not if you're new, I do use this to use as my work planner. Planner is a very loose word, as I don't plan any of my tasks. For this section here is where I'm going to write down all of the completed tasks that I've done. I do a running to-do list just so that I don't forget for the following week. I like to get a sort of mental, emotional temperature gauge going in and out of the week. Down here is where I'm going to be writing if there's any meetings, and for this particular week there's actually tons of meetings and conferences that I'm in, all via Zoom, so it's going to be a Zoom heavy week. And then here I'll just give an overall rating. This is also a printable from Claudia's shop. Again, she's linked below. She just put out a new, I think it's geared towards social media, so I would highly recommend it. The prices are phenomenal. She should raise her prices, to be honest. But also I love the quality because I can make this into what I need for me. Of all of everything on here, only this is actually necessary, and that's why I don't really consider this a planner. But at the end of the week, I use this list here to help me write my weekly work plan of things that I have completed, but also it gives me an idea of things that I need to complete for the following week. And I use that in conjunction with the running deadlines here. And then I use that in conjunction with this future log at the front here, because I do write in deadlines as they come on, and I can usually start writing things in like 30 days prior. Once we get the schedule for both summer school as well as fall, then I'll write some of this as well. This planner, journal, whatever you want to call it, is only actually going to go up through June. But May and June is really the start of where it gets super busy in my office. And so I will want to write down important deadlines here. And then when I start my new planner for the 21-22 academic year, I will migrate some of these dates into that one. And so this has definitely been a lot more useful than I thought it would be. And this here, as well as the monthly, is the closest to planning that I ever get, just because I do put down due dates and things like that. But otherwise, I do like to keep my weeks pretty flexible, because for me at least, the type of work that I do, sometimes I can work on a student file and bang out like 10 or 20. Sometimes it's a lot more complex, or someone calls out and I need to cover in their area, or a project gets dumped in our lap and we need to do that. And so I don't like to plan what I'm going to do on a daily basis. I just like to keep track of any of the hard and fast due dates and then sort of work around that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but for me, the way that I work and the kind of work that I do, that works perfectly. All right, guys. Well, I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know if you've checked out Claudia's shop. I'm not sponsored or affiliated or anything. I just found her through an Etsy search, and I've been using her pretty religiously since the beginning of the year, just because I find her work just so flexible for my needs. Well, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.